Poof. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to this beautiful post-Evo news world where we expected nothing, and I'm still kind of disappointed. I went live today, right now, and I was thinking to myself, man, you know, I'm a content creator by name. I guess I don't really, you know, I'm not really putting in the work or anything, but technically I am. And the smart thing would be to not burn bridges, you know, play nice, be nice. I've been thinking about how to pull this off without lying. It's impossible. The thing is, I don't care. So we'll just fucking, I mean, ugh. It's Team Ninja. If anyone from Team Ninja sees this, I'm sorry. That was bad. And that's being nice, alright? I'm being very nice by saying that was bad. Capital B. Not good. Not good. He ain't gonna be nice. Gonna cut you from all the lucrative deals. Hey, technically they did give me the Season Pass 4 for the original DOA6 back in the day. But I gave it away. I did a giveaway for it, so... But technically, you know... Here's the thing. I'm sure... You know, like before launch, which if I wanted to, I probably should start now. Excuse me. But if I wanted to, if I start playing DOA some more, you know, get back into the action, and then once last round is about to release, I'm sure I could get a key for the game. You know, I'm sure I could do that. I mean, I got the Ninja Gaiden key, so... I mean, I got... That was not Ninja Gaiden 4 though, that was the Master Collection. That's the last thing I got from Koei Tecmo. Or I guess the last thing I asked for, right? Because they don't give it to you just like that. You have to like contact them. But anyway, I'm sure I could get something for DOA6 last round, but honestly, see, here's it. Okay, so look, let's do this fair. Let's first watch, and then we'll talk about it. Let's do it step by step. Let's do it correctly, right? Boom. Let's watch the little trailer, chock full of news. Damn. I can't help it, boys. I can't help it. It's stronger than myself. Let's cut the music for a second. Here we go. All right, get ready for the trailer. I don't know how loud it is.
Peggy 16.
The European trailer, boys. It's even better. Dude, I already want to talk shit. Fuck! I've already seen this trailer though. That's it. Good shit. That was it, boys. Actually, it's already done, so it's like a minute. You know, the rest of the minute and a half is advertising. Dude, this is... Oh, we'll look at it later. Fuck, dude, this is impossible. Look, it's impossible to be nice about this. It's impossible to be nice about this. We have to be very real. Here's the reality, you know. If this burns a bridge, then so be it. Because why the fuck should we lie? I like DOA. I love DOA. It's one of my favorite franchises of all gaming. It's what got me into fighting games like properly. Like that was the game that wanted me to get good at fighting games. I want it to be as good as possible. This is the exact opposite of that. So let's... the fact that... I get it. There are people who are happy that Mai and Kula are back in. I understand. We should not pay for this. And I know in the past, I've been on the position of, if there's a new game and like an existing character becomes a DLC character later on in the future game, you know, it sucks, but it's not unreasonable, because as the cast of games grows, think about Tekken and whatever, they have to make some cuts somewhere and then adding them later on. You can't start a game with a cast of 40 characters. That's just bad for game balance and stuff. But that's between whole ass games, right? That's not, that's not copy paste. This kind of is. I mean, probably not. There's probably some work that had to be done. Not as much as going to a whole new game. This is clearly what happened here is the license was over. They renewed the license. That costs money. We need to ask money again to cover those costs. Bullshit. I'm sorry. These are costs. I mean, I've seen people say, well, it was this or not having them. Which one would you rather have? Honestly, I would rather them be gone. If we have to pay for them again for the same game, I'm sorry, what? That's what? Delusional. Not only that, like, if they asked money for it, but if you already owned them, it would carry over. I would actually be fine with that. That would be like, license renewed, you can buy them again, but if you already had them, they carry over. But guess fucking what? Guess fucking what? Ooh, here's the character, right? See, this is the problem. I'm gonna be sarcastic and bitchy about this. I can't be actually excited and read what it says, because no matter how cool she looks with new graphics and stuff, even though, it's hard to, without a side-by-side, to see the difference, the fact that, where is it? It's not here. It's here. This page, collaboration. All right, very cool. Their bag. Okay, very cool. The costumes. So let's skip to the important part. Character license are not included in the standard version. The characters must be purchased to use them. Okay, so they're not in the base game. Fine. Character license and costumes for Mai and Kula will not be carried over. What the fuck, dude? That is so dog shit. Let's be real. That's so fucking dog shit. What are we talking about? It doesn't carry over. What? We're already paying $40 for a patch. What are we talking about? They don't carry over. Even the costumes of all the things, a bunny outfit needs to be purchased again. What? When I saw this, I legitimately was like, this is a prank. This is not even real. There's no fucking way, unless they're like, haha, joking, here's rollback. Even then, I would be kind of pissed off because it's a bad joke, but at least there would be a good thing at the end. And they're like, well, aren't you happy? What the fuck? No. Oh, I can't believe we're here. This is hard to grasp for me. It's like, they must know. Do they not read anything anyone is saying about them? About their monetization? About how they're handling the game? Do they not pay a single fuck to anything anyone is saying? This is such a slap in the... I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off just talking about it. And This is a tough one, dude. I was thinking, yeah, let me go over the little bit of news we have. I can cut this up to be like a little YouTube video. How am I going to edit this? Every 5 seconds I'm saying fuck because that's how I feel. It's unbelievable. What are we doing? So we have to purchase them again. Lord knows how much, you know, plus the debut costume set. That used to be like 15 bucks in the original DOA6. So I guess, you know, haha, inflation, it probably like 20 bucks now. That's 40 bucks again for 2 characters. I don't know what the price is, but I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, at least they're launching with the game. Anyway, what else did we get? Oh, we get a whole second of footage. See, this is another thing, right? The new graphics engine, Oboro. Very cool. Normal. Dude, it's over. The normal footage got more screen time than the new footage. What? How long is this? 1, 2. Dude, 2.5 seconds. Tops. Show it off. Run over. What the fuck? This trailer is a minute long. Couldn't you make it a minute and 10 and just walk around a little bit? What are we doing? Anyway, we'll watch it on the website. And you know what? Let's be positive here. It genuinely looks better. All right? This looks better. I can't wait to see how the other stages... Oh, it's only one. It's only the one. Yes. We will offer free... Thank fucking God. Can you imagine? Imagine if they asked money for... Oh my God. We will add free 40 bucks, by the way. 40 bucks, not free. It's 40 bucks to pay for this patch. As they become... So, okay, so I guess the plan is eventually all stages will be updated to the Oboro version. Lord knows how long that's going to take. They might all be in the game, you know, by the end of summer. Probably not. It might still not be done next year. They might do 2 more stages and be like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know. We need a tutorial stage? Dude, that would be fucked. They're like, we're adding the next one, tutorial. These lines, this grid is crisp as fuck. Here's the thing. I think I'm, you know, valid crash out. I get it. I think I'm still a little less angry than some people out there because I had no expectations. When people showed me, oh, the thing for Evo is like 30 minutes planned and whatever, my initial reaction was like, but what are they gonna show? We've seen the initial release, the initial reveal. We know there's no crossplay. That means there's probably no rollback. Because let's be very real. Anyone who's still hoping for rollback, get that out of your head. It'd be very nice if they ever get to it, you know, and we can hope for it for DOA7. But anyone who tuned in thinking they were gonna reveal rollback is out of their goddamn mind. Because why the fuck would that not be in that initial trailer? That initial reveal contained so little actual new stuff that back then we were kind of baffled. We were like, what? That's it? You know, like a couple new outfits, new graphics. Okay, we're happy, but is that it? If they were doing rollback, they would absolutely have led with that initially. Why would they keep that? So I went into this thinking, oh, this is, if anything, I said this on Discord, I was like, it mentions DOA6. I kind of assumed they were going to show a DOA7 thing. You know, like a character. Oh, here's a character coming to DOA7. I was like, what else do they have to say about this 6 thing? Like, what is there more to say? But I guess, you know, they were like, you know what? Say less. As will we. We will also say way less. Come on, dude. This is... I don't have a proper train of thoughts to talk about this, because everything about this is just... It's... To use the word legitimately, it's triggering, you know? I see this shit and my brain is like... You know? Like, what are we doing? Why is this not in from launch? Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, did they see the reaction to the reveal of this and scramble together like, oh fuck, we need to add something more to it because people are pissed. And then they started working on this? I don't know. Like, how else do you explain this? Like, this, Like, what? Like, I get it. This is just to tide us over to DOA7, but man, this just feels like a slap in the face. At this point, you know, it's tough to be a DOA fan. Let's be real. Right now, it's kind of tough. I'm getting to the point, this is so salty of me, by the way. I'm really getting to the point where I'm like, I wish they didn't do this and we just focused on DOA7 and we'll just cruise on by with the old DOA6 or 5 or whatever you're playing right now. I don't know, man. I don't know. When trouble slap on the reshade, that's kind of how it feels. I mean, not really. Like, clearly it's a little more involved with, like, they added reflections proper, which, you know, I don't know. I mean, it does look better. We have to give them one good thing. It does look better. And I'm sure if they ever get to it and do all the stages, I'm sure they're all gonna look better. And that's a good thing. It just feels bad. It feels... If this was just one bad thing amongst a bunch of good things, we probably would be like, that's unfortunate. But the fact that it's just one thing after the other that's like a downer... And why this stage? I don't know. I'm assuming this, you know, if we have to guess, it has a lot of water and the reflections is probably one of the bigger eye-catching. Also, let's be real. Look at this fucking trailer. They show it for like a second and a half. Are we thinking it's not even properly done yet? Like, why would they show so little? It's weird. I don't know. Yeah. Why do people care about reflections that much? I'm not sure if people care, but it's visually something that catches the eye. Like, imagine if this was just grass on the ground and you were doing this slider. Sure, the sky's a little more blue and whatever the fuck, you know, like the plants, and like, sure. But obviously the reflections are the big change in this screenshot. I don't know why they picked this stage first. It's the first in the list. Who the fuck knows? This one is an insult. This is actually an insult. Reselling these characters. Again, I get it. You need to pay for the license again. But we're also paying $40 for a small update to the game. Like, I'm sorry. Also, this might be completely irrelevant to this, by the way. In my opinion, and maybe this is like, I wouldn't say it's a hot take, but it's a lukewarm take. Guest characters shouldn't cost money. Like, if we think about it for 1 second, what's a guest character? It's basically an in-game advertisement. A good guest character can be really cool, really fun, match both the game and the source of the guest character. That's all true, but at the end of the day, putting a guest character in a game is to get people from the IP of the guest to check out the game, and for people who are into the game to check out the IP of whatever the guest is coming from. It's an ad. The money you spend on the licensing, the offset of that should not be people paying for it. It should be getting new people buying the actual game and getting engaged with the rest of the game. That to me is how guest characters should work. Selling them has always felt weird to me. At the very least, include them in the base game. And that goes for all fighting games, but like, this is just... This is... And more of the bottom. Keep seeing 4 DLC characters thrown around, but no idea where that's coming from. I don't know either. There's no set number yet. Maybe people are counting squares again, like back in the day. On the character select screen, they're like, there's 3 slots left. Must be 3 more characters coming. I don't know what the logic is. I was debating, cause like for me, the Evo thing was at 4 a.m. or like 3:30 a.m. You know, because I'm from Europe. I was like, should I stay up for this? You know, what if it's like a sick review for DOA7 and I just, you know, you kind of want to be there. I am so glad I went to bed and just said, fuck it, I'll watch it in the morning. Because, that would have been rough. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna try and catch up to you guys a bit because I've just been yapping and not reading all that much. Oboro means vague and hazy, which is their marketing strategy. I genuinely don't know if there is strategy at this point. I don't know. They must have known people were gonna mug them for this. Reselling. People were pissed these characters were removed. You know, they revealed last round. One of the initial reactions for so many people, especially outside of the like core DOA thing, was like, wait, they're just getting rid of the guest characters? What's that about? And now they're like, well, guess what? Aren't you happy? They are back. 25 bucks. I don't know if it's 25. Who knows what these are gonna cost, by the way? If they're like one buck, they're like, you know, just for shits and giggles. They're not. It's gonna be more than you want it to be. It's more than 0, so it's already more than we want it to be, but we asked for crossplay and rollback and they said nah. The thing is, with crossplay and rollback, I can live with it not being there. I mean, I'm unhappy. Of course I want rollback and crossplay, but it is still a patch. I just look at last round as like a big patch for DOA6. And you know, something like rollback, you know, that's an involved change that does require quite a bit of development. So I understand. Now, DOA7 is no excuse, right? Let's be very clear about that. As much as I'm playing apologist here a little bit for DOA6, DOA7 is no excuse for not getting rollback and crossplay, right? DOA6, I was like, I'd rather have it, but, you know, I can understand them not doing it. But, I mean, everything else is... Look at Ayashi, he ran away right after the announcement without looking back. Dude knew he's toasted if he kept... I mean, apparently there was barely anyone there, so... The 5 people watching fucking would have eaten him alive. Oh, Sheesh, dude. See, he must know, right? Like, if you are on stage and you're there, like fucking Markman was there, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to see what you have to show us," yada yada yada, and then it's like fucking nothing. He fucking knows. He knows the trailer. He's seen it, probably a bunch. Bro. Oh, imagine you're the person editing this trailer. Oh my god, dude. They're like, well, here's absolutely nothing. Turn this into a trailer we're gonna show at Evo. Oh my god. He's like, dude, can I have like more than 1 second of this new stage footage? They're like, no. Because this is the only angle that's done. This is the... I mean, I'm not even joking. This... Again, look at this. It's the exact same angle from the trailer. They just haven't bothered with the back end of the stage yet. How is this real, dude? You get 1 second. There we go. That's it. What is this game? Why are... What are we doing, boys? What are we doing? This is rough. We're... Oh, man. I'm gonna be honest. I knew I was gonna talk about this. I kind of knew this was gonna turn into like a, you know, collective fucking... I don't know. It's like a trauma session. Like shared grief. Because there's no way anyone looks at this and is like, damn, fire. Damn. We get Kula and my back. Don't mind paying for that. Sick. 1 new stage upgraded. Hey, yo. There's no way anyone thinks that. What more do we need to say about this? I'm disappointed. I'm definitely disappointed. I didn't expect anything. That's the worst part. I was going in not expecting rollback, not expecting crossplay. I didn't even expect a DLC character or anything yet. I was like, in fact, I expected DOA7 stuff. You know, like just like they did for Virtua Fighter. Here's Wolf. Like just something simple. Like, oh, here's fucking Jan Lee. He's in DOA7. I was like, okay. We knew he's gonna be there probably. Who cares? I thought it was gonna be something like that. And they're like, well, it's about DOA6. I'm like, huh? Here's absolutely nothing. You know these characters we removed? Well, you can buy them back. You cannot... There is no way to make this sound good. There is no universe. How... Dude, at this point, I kind of wish there was someone out there who's like, I need to stay in Team Ninja's good graces. Let's talk about this. Like, purely positive. I want to see that. I would not know how to pull that off. That would be some... That's a miracle. An incredible feat. Definitely a tough to love situation. I think that's why most people are so pissed about it, is because we like DOA. It's because we like this franchise. It's because, you know, like I like fighting games, but I like DOA the most. It's just the one system and visuals and everything about it just works for me. And I like it. And then seeing this is just, I don't know. It's crazy. It's I don't know. Feels bad, man. Shadow dropping it after the announcement would have been the way to go. Actually real. They should not have talked about last round until actually, you know what, with the initial reveal, they're like, hey, DOA 7 is in the works. That's when they should be like, there's also last round shadow drop. I don't think people would have been as mad if they would have shadow dropped last round. And then now would be like, hey, we're working on these updates for making the stages prettier. We're gonna add them one by one. If there was already like a dropped version out there, I don't think people would even be that mad. They'd be like, okay, we're playing the game, you're adding new stuff, cool. The fact that this is like in the lead up to a product they're selling, dude. Oh. Man. Oh yeah, we don't even know what game balance is gonna look like. I didn't even think about that. They might have... we don't know anything. They might have made it better. We don't know. Like I'm not gonna put things out there that we have no knowledge of. They might actually make the game balance-wise better. They might make changes to the meters. You know, one like a break hold is an entire bar. Who knows? There might be some changes that make it more manageable. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna give them shit for that now. But they are suspiciously not talking about that at all. You love your kid even when they disappoint the shit out of you. It's not even my kid. That's the problem. It's not even... We just see this fucking dumbass kid and we're like, dude, this parent gotta get his shit together. Because this kid is sick, but the parent, you know, what the fuck, dude? DOA said he was clapping for the egg reflection in the water. Yo, is it that good? Damn, the egg is good. Boys, this is a sick update. In fact, how are they gonna pay for the incredible development of these new stages, if not by reselling Maya and Kula? In fact, it's almost a gift to us that we get to support this beautiful new version of this stage. Right? Like, think about it. I can't do it, boy. I can't do it. Oh. I had no expectations and they still disappointed. That's how it is. Should be in the textbooks of what not to do. That's the thing that kind of bothers me the most. They know, right? They know. They have to... There's something about them announcing it in a certain way. They're like, hey, we're gonna be at the Evo stage. And then like a little before, like, hey, the presentation is about to happen. Make sure you tune in to catch the newest things for DOA6 last round. To then show fucking we're gonna allow you to buy the same thing again, you know, because you're already buying the game again. Now you get to buy new characters again, like the same new characters, but whatever. Also, we're redoing stages, which is actually cool, but also that's gonna take a while to get through all of them. Based on this announcement, they haven't done shit. That's what I was wondering with this. Is this something they decided after the reveal and we're like, shit, we need to put more in this release because people are pissed? I don't know. That's speculation. Who knows? I don't think Hayashi has a say in this because Shimbori ran away. I mean, isn't Hayashi the lead now? They've shown no gameplay we could overanalyze or count frames or damage. Yeah, they haven't really shown much. In fact, you have to look to even find the screenshot where you see the meter. Like, that was a thing with the initial reveal. Most footage and screenshots did not contain the HUD. There were like a couple where it showed it, where we didn't even know if meter was still in. But maybe they're not aiming at the people who play the game, I guess. I don't know. If you hit the egg in the danger zone, Tifa comes out. That's why they showed so little. That was the actual leak. You know, she's not in Street Fighter 6. She's in the eggs. That's why they're doing this stage first. So you get the reflection under the skirt of Tifa. Right? Still DOA, you know, let's not kid ourselves. It's still DOA. Do you think they're gonna show something else? Well, see, this is the double fucked up part about this. I kind of assumed they gave us all the information with the reveal initially. I didn't even expect Mai and Kula to come back. I didn't expect them to... I mean, I guess I assumed stages were gonna look better regardless, because they kind of said we changed the lighting and stuff. You know, this is like, okay, so this is like an even more advanced lighting, I guess? So I guess I kind of assumed the game would look like this to begin with the new lighting that they said. I didn't even consider they would have to give it a special name and shit. I'm surprised they didn't go with soft engine again, or hard engine. We have soft engine on the character, the hard engine on the stages. I don't get why they booked the Evo slot if they have nothing. That one is the weirdest part of all. They know. They must have known they had nothing. And then they booked an Evo slot for half an hour. They weren't even on stage for 5 minutes. Like, what? They were... I mean, if it... I'm pretty sure it was like 5 minutes and some change. Where people were like, oh... Because I saw videos of people like live reacting to it with their phone. They were like in the room. And those videos are like 5 minutes and some change. For the whole thing. Which has probably been the best thing about this reveal, or lack of, is the Schadenfreude, you know? Just watching people there live and going like, oh. Like, huh? Breakouts should cost some life points to make motherfuckers wary of using meter to get out of shit. Yeah, it's... I feel like I'm on record with this. I don't think breakhold as a concept is a bad thing necessarily. Plenty of other fighting games have a similar-ish system. Think of burst in Guilty Gear or whatnot. But if you also think of those games, how much burst do you get in Guilty Gear? You get one at the start of the match, and it refills when it's like your final round. When you're about to lose in the final round, you get another one. That's all you get. Breakhold, while conceptually I'm fine with, like, oh, there's like one ultimate hold for, like, you know, the one time you're in a situation where you're like, oh fuck, you know, and there's counterplay to it with, you know, throwing it does even more damage than a normal hold, yada yada yada. But you get too many of them. That's my main issue with breakhold. You get so many of them over an entire match. You get to do it so many times. That's, I think, the biggest issue with it. If over an entire match you could do like 2 break holds, it would not nearly feel as shitty. Who knows? I don't know how they're gonna change it though, or if let's be real, judging by everything we're seeing and whatever, going into last round, assume it's gonna work exactly the fucking same way. Assume that's what it's gonna be, because if you expect more, you might be disappointed. I hope it's gonna change. I hope they're gonna look at it. Well, I wouldn't expect anything. Emery was like, wait, where are you going? Come back? Dude. Again, I was so happy I didn't stay up and watch it live. I just woke up, opened social media, and I'm in the DOA community, so my entire feed was just like, people like, what? Is this it? My initial reaction was, thank God I didn't stay up for this. And then I looked and I was like, wait, this is... I cannot imagine... I did not expect anything. I saw people pissed. I was like, man, I wonder what happened. And then, oh man. It was rough. It was rough today. Isn't it wild how literally I just DOA, let's talk about this shit, and just everybody comes in here and is like, man, this sucks. Like, it's just a collective fucking ugh, you know? Let's dump our frustrations. This is like a therapy sessions. The DOA therapy session, we need it. Oh no. Maybe they had more planned, but Eva told them no, because it was more cat munching by Baz. Oh my god. Imagine if they had like a whole mode. They're like, you know what? We added an entire Venusification mode in this game. And Eva's like, we cannot show that. They're like, well, Mine Cool's coming back. Dude, the poor editor who made this fucking trailer. God damn it, dude. They're like, dude, we have absolutely nothing. Make a trailer for Evo. It's like, hey, we're adding Maya and Kula back, right? They're like, yeah. Give me some cool new footage. They're like, no, you get the same cutscene. You know that one cutscene we have? We just use it again. Just hoping the all new game Andy's go-to thing. We can have public mod lobbies in vanilla. Or like if you add it as a mod in the original, that would be actually fucking diabolical. Ugh. This is a rough one. This is a rough one. This is... I mean... I think all I've learned is let's not expect too much of 6. To be fair, I mean, officially they haven't said this, but I know Master and stuff has talked about this, how DOA6 last round is specifically just to tide people over to DOA7. So, in a way, we really shouldn't expect anything. This is kind of just, you know, who knows how little people are actually working on this. That's the thing we don't know, right? It might be 2 people. And the rest is working on DOA7. And to be fair, I'd rather have more people working on DOA7 than on this. Yes, please. But at the same time, if you're gonna deliver so little, it's like an insult at some point, right? Like at some point you're just showing so little, adding so little. You're almost better off just not doing it. This could have been just a tweet. Absolutely. This could have been just a trailer. This little thingy, that could have been just it. The fact that they made it a thing is probably what set a lot of expectations for people. Right? Like the amount of people that were like, oh, I expected rollback. And yeah, at first I was like, why would you ever think that's coming for DOA6 last round? They would have absolutely done it with the initial reveal. But the more you think about it, the more it's like, well, they did plan a thing during Evo, the fighting game tournament. What are you gonna talk about your fighting game? Like, if there's one place you can actually talk about rollback or like the nerdy fighting game stuff or like game balance, it would be at a fighting game tournament. So you kind of set expectations for some people just by announcing you're gonna be there. So yeah, it's feel bad for many. I'm the face of this shit show. That's a part of it, right? Who knows? Maybe a lot of people who are in this, they just have orders to like, make something just to, have the DOA name be out there just to, generate some hype for 7, and here's the bare fucking minimum to get anything going. And it's like, well, you can't do anything to excite people with this. Rough. The one guy working on this finished with photo mode, so they asked him to redesign the lighting system. Yeah, he's like, fuck, let me get reshade out. Let me hit up the reshade. That's the one thing I know. I didn't expect rollback, but I expect that if you do this product at all, it says a test bed for rollback. I mean, if I think for most people in this chat right now, if you were a dev and like you could choose, because that's another thing. We don't know if like Koei Tecmo Corporate is like, here's $5, make it work. Like we don't know the behind the scenes, but at the same time, I feel like there's an argument to be made that we are the consumer, we are the customer. We should not be bothered by what's happening behind the scenes there. We're just getting this and we don't like it. That's all it is. That's all it is. We really shouldn't be bothered. We can have understanding for what happens behind the scenes, but we really shouldn't care. This is a product made to have us spend money on it, and they're not doing a good job. Imagine if they had made a license book to announce. The partner walked out right moment. Feels like something happened backstage. God, imagine if it's something like that. But ugh. They had Tifa booked, but they brought her to Street Fighter instead. Yeah. 2 people took 7 years to reshape the game and call it last round. Now I'm assuming they haven't been working on this for 7 years. It probably just started fairly recent. DOA just was dormant for such a long time. That's probably what happened. Would have been a great time to tell us they fixed the lobbies and replay bug. But did they though? Did they though? If anything, this reduces hype for 7. Yes. Yeah. That's the joke of it all. All that they're showing is that they're not interested in delivering quality for their community. That's what this tells me. At this point, fuck. I mean, I'm probably if anyone from Team Ninja sees this, I'm on. They will not like me, I guess. But at this point, I don't care. It's a reality. If you're gonna show me this and expect me to be happy to repurchase these characters and to buy a 40 euro version of a game I already have with minor improvements at best, you know, but it includes the DLC characters you already also purchased. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to be excited about this, and if anything, it just shows me you're not taking this seriously as a developer. So why should I expect you to take DOA7 serious? Right? I could look at it two ways. They're putting all of their time and effort into DOA7. That's why this is so bare bones. That's one take of it. The other might be they just do not care. They really want me to keep my money? Yep. If, you know, here's the thing, right? I stream DOA. I mean, I haven't in a minute because there hasn't really been anything happening in the DOA world. But I mean, I'm gonna play this game. But that being said, I have not bought it yet. In fact, this is gonna sound bad, right? This is gonna sound really bad. When they first initially revealed this, was before this shitstorm, when they initially revealed this, I was genuinely thinking, should I buy this myself? That's option one. Option two is, can I skate by with just the Core Fighters edition? You know, for content? Is that like, I play Kasumi, can I just do that? Is that possible? Or third option, maybe I can get a key and I don't have to buy this. But like, I'm a DOA fan. Fuck it. I bought the collector's edition of DOA6 originally. Shipped that shit from Japan. That's the type of fan I am. That's how far I'm willing to go if I'm excited initially. Right? And right now, it's hard to be excited right now. It's very hard to be excited. DOA7 Last Hope is what I'm gonna call it from now on. Damn. That thing is, we don't know anything about DOA7. DOA7 could be actually sick. We genuinely don't know. And again, we don't know, is this bare bones because all the effort is in DOA7? We genuinely don't know, right? All we know is, you know, the optics of this, the optics of what we're seeing here. People are going to carry that over to DOA7. Absolutely. So DOA7 better come out swinging. But 6 last round, that's a hard sell. Even for someone like me, who's deep into this shit, it's a hard sell. Like, it shouldn't even be a no-brainer for me. You know, oh, you're gonna stream this game, you need to have the game. It's that easy, right? And I'm genuinely like, just like, can I just get away with Core Fighters? Can I just not do that? Like, huh? Like, that's where I am. And I'm gonna be fucking streaming this shit. Wouldn't that be the statement though? Like, just play the free version. Be like, dude, I can be fucked. CF Plus Unlocker. Shh. Gatekeep the tech. Gatekeep the tech. Don't put that shit out of here. Gatekeep that shit before they catch on. No. I mean, would they care? There's nothing to be excited about. Right now, not really. Man, the most insane thing about this whole thing is, again, when I woke up, I had my timeline of people reacting to the reveal, but I also got a lot of posts from right before the reveal of people predicting what it might be and whatever. The juxtaposition between those two, like people being like, ooh, maybe they're gonna reveal Kana from Venus Vacation. Do people think that would be cool? And like all of this stuff, and then it's like, it's this. That's so wild, dude. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the way people were talking about this, oh, they might show rollback, they might character from Venus Vacation, blah blah. I'm like, wait, am I missing something? Are they actually gonna show some cool shit? No. Nope. Yeah, this is cool. Like, I feel like that's the one thing that's, you know, we're allowed to say. This is a genuine improvement. But if we're thinking about selling a product, you know, you're a company selling a product to its consumers and it's an upgrade of an existing product. This, on all stages, feels like it should be a baseline already there in the game. Just, I don't know. I'm glad they're planning to do the other stages, and it'll probably look good, probably look better, you know. We get to see the eggs, but, you know. Again, it feels like they just couldn't be bothered by just doing it beforehand. I don't know. I don't want to make too much assumptions about the company or about the intent in development, why it's only one, why this and that. I'm judging what they are giving us, and it's not much. And as a consumer, as a potential customer, this is not what I want to see for the product. I want to see more and better. It's that simple. Man, excuse me. Oh shit, we got ads? Uh-oh. They might show a better product. Oh, yeah. You want to reward people who would buy this with online matches? You got a point there. So what I should do is download the free version, go online, and whenever someone matches up with me, wait until the timer is up and cancel. And just keep keep bothering people. Oh no. So here I don't want this to fail. That's the other part of it. I genuinely want DOA6 last round to be the best it can be. I want DOA7 to be 1,000,000 times better than 6. That's genuinely what I want. I guess that's why it just sucks. Hats off to the guys who flew to Japan just to see this. That's insane. No shot just for that. That will. Oh. Lost Paradise Aura Sporo. Oboro. Want to see more, you say? Sounds like this announcement worked perfectly. They're negging us. They don't want new customers. They want to do Findom. That's what they want to do. Don't not shit at big events. If you ain't doing shit, keep a low profile. That's so real. That is actually true. Like I said earlier, the fact that you book a slot to reveal something at Evo, that has an implication. That has, you know, expectations baked into just the existence of, your presentation. This should not have, like, this is something they could have shown us like a week before launch, just on social media. Just be like, hey, you know what? Fucking, I mean, how do you even see? This is the part that fucks me up the most. They are talking about Mai and Kula returning as a good thing. That is, and I've seen some people online who were like, I'm happy they're back. And you know, if these are your favorite characters or your mains and you really have too much money in the world, fine, I guess, you know, since they initially weren't gonna be in, or maybe this was planned all along, who knows. Probably if we go back to the original reveal, the wording is probably gonna be in a way that implies they absolutely could be DLC, sure, but the fact that they're like, look at this, they're back, it's, I don't know, this to me is a bad thing. Like, this to me is on the level of showing a trailer that's like, there's always online DRM, aren't we happy? Like, that's the level of fucking, like, no, nobody's happy about this. Like, all people wanted was these characters just to be in the game at launch, like, just be there in the $40 we're already paying. Like, how? I'm actually on the side of, I would rather just not have them than like this. I would just rather not have them be in the game. No shot they're gonna be in 7. They fucking better not be. If they bring back Mai for 7, that would be a disaster. I already hated it that she came back for 6. You know? She's a good guest character, don't get me wrong. She fits DOA, all in that. That's all fine. But like, doing the same guest over and over is so fucking boring, dude. Yeesh. What are the chances of a new slot in the 3D? Another? They're like, surprise, we're gonna show more shit. And it's like, it's even worse. Big reveal. This stage we were showing, it's actually not gonna be in at launch. It needs more work. Thank you for watching our half-hour presentation. Oh man. This is for a 2020-ish console version refresh, and they're putting it out 4 years too late. That is, oh man. Wasn't even want this KOF trash in the game. I'd pay to not have him in the game. I mean, from your point of view, this is even better because now you get to save money and not have. I mean, I guess you have to fight against them. That's the worst part. Yeah, it's. I mean, when they first announced they weren't gonna be in, I was like, makes sense, the licensing and stuff. Unfortunate. However, they're probably not in 7. Who cares? Move on. Right? And now, but they're back. Pay up. What? What? Oh, dude, how? If anything, right? If we really wanna, if we really accept what we're seeing as normal, right? We live in this reality. Kula and Mai are back. They're a paid DLC product. How is that not a pre-order bonus? I'm sorry, if you want people to actually purchase your little upgrade, at least make it the pre-order bonus for the people who are actually insane enough to purchase it, that they at least get them for free. And that the people who jump in later or do core finders or whatever, that they have to pay for Mai and Kula, you know, fine. If we're gonna live in this reality, huh? It's mind-boggling how, dude, 5 seconds and we figured out in this current framework how to do it better. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. At this point, I want them to book an Evo slot to just apologize. That would genuinely make me more happy and more willing to give this a chance. If they're like, look, we're really sorry. We'll try to read the room better and we're working on it. I mean, that would, I don't know. Oh, man. Man, what a world we are living in. DOA fans, I should have known. You know what? We should have known. Because we were, at least I was looking at Tekken 8 and their patches, and I was like, ha ha ha, look at them. DOA6 doesn't even need to change anything, and it's getting better just by the others getting worse over time. We should have known, right? We should have known. We should have known. Break time actually is cooler heads. I don't. It's a miracle. I've talked about this for an hour because there really is two things to show. Hey, this thing you paid for, you get to pay for it again. Have fun. Also, this is cool, and more cool things coming. Who knows when? That's it. That's the news. All right. The fact that they're also talking about like character licenses, that's such an insane thing that I just say the characters will be released. Why that makes it such a nasty I don't know. The fact that he doesn't, not even these costumes, these aren't even licensed. Like if these were all original costumes from King of Fighters, there'd be a reason. Like we might be very unhappy, but at least they have a single toe to stand on. But these are made up. These are made up by Team Ninja. These are not from King of Fighters. They're copy paste. Like what do we? What? Crazy. Evo is a day after this launches, so a little late. Perfect time for an apology, if you ask me. After this launches, perfect time for an apology. I don't know. Look, I will say the one thing. This is how low the bar is. This is how low the bar is, by the way. The fact that they've shown this, and I didn't expect anything new to hear. I just kind of assumed this game was going to launch exactly the way they revealed it. The fact that they've shown that there's something, like especially the stages, the fact that this kind of has come out of nowhere, does kind of put the thought in my head of like, are they going to show anything else that we don't know about? Like, are they doing more shit? But then, is it gonna be on the same level as this? Because that might be a poisonous gift. I don't know. This is coming out in like a month, in like 2 months, right? So I genuinely wonder if they're to the bottom of this stage. It is interesting that this is the screenshot, and in the trailer they also only show that exact side of it for 1 second. Like, it's everything we see in the screenshot It's kind of wild, huh? Like, is it actually not done? It's so weird. Slicing why they had to double charge for the costumes. I know. Could take one of his AI agents working on last. That would explain the quality. If they have AI working on it, that would explain why the quality is what it is. In terms of, yeah, probably some AI was like, hey, Hayashi, get on stage. We have shit to show. He's like, oh, cool, nice. I better book half an hour. Does that Nioh music matches the mood? It's content creation, baby. They say something about the combat. Is there a patch? So far, they have not said anything about the balance, whether there's any change to the meter system. We know the meter is still in because we've seen the UI. Like, it's on here somewhere. Features, I guess. Somewhere here, yeah, here's a screenshot where it does still show the meter. It does show it in 4 pips, so they didn't change that. So we don't know. They don't mention anything. Does this have more information now? I mean, I guess this is new because it used to say they're not in. Or oh my god, did it actually? I'm gonna rewatch my own video when we went over this with the reveal. Did they just put it like this? And then we kind of just assumed, well, yeah, it's because they're not in. But oh my god. Oh. Break time, guess not. Yeah, I'm getting there. Rev just wants me gone. Rev just wants me gone. Once I do break time, we're not returning to this. I'm playing Nioh. Fuck this. Alright? It's tough to be a DOA fan right now. Let's collectively hope DOA7 is going to be very sick and that they're putting all their effort into that. And that like one dude on the team has got the shitty job to do this. Let's just pray that's what's going on. You know, one dude and an army of Claude AI is doing this, and then the actual work and the actual proper shit is in DOA7. That's what we can hope for. You know, it is what it is. Copium, exactly. Dude, we gotta live. We gotta live for something, right? Hair color menu is a top priority for the next ++ release, I'm sure. You shouldn't really put those kind of things into the world. Literally what's gonna happen is they're gonna do another trailer at like Summer Game Fest right before launch, and they're gonna announce the return of the hair color system. Like, at this point, I would not be surprised. I don't know, this announcement that's just soured me in a way that I wasn't exactly on the moon about the offering of last round, but I was at least on board. I was like, okay, it's at least on like the current generation consoles, which that's like a crazy thing to even be happy about, but I guess that's where we are. But you know, there was that, and I was like, okay, but people are gonna be on this one version. We're gonna be able to play ranked a bit because people are actually there. In my head, there was like an advantage to having this. And now seeing all this, it's like, man, is it worth it? Like, I don't know. Dude, they better give me a key. That's what I'm thinking, alright? if they give me a product key, I'll stream this game. There we go. I'm not above that. I'm not above that. Can't promise I'll recommend it to anyone, but I'm not above playing it if I get it for free. I mean, I need to review it, am I right? Anyway, let me take a small break, all right? Then we'll play some Nioh, a game that they made very good. What a Debbie Downer to end on. Can I spin this with a positive note? Is there a way to spin this a little more positive? I guess we can play Core Fighters for free. And that way you get the advantage of having more online matches again without paying, I guess. I don't know if that's... I don't care. It is what it is. They made their own bed. It is what it is. You're not gonna make me excited for your product, and I can't show for it. It's as simple as that. All right. Give me a couple minutes. Small break, and then we'll play Nioh. All right. Be right back. Oof. Big. I'm gonna be honest. I felt like, you know, reading about it, talking about it, not talking about it, reading about it, thinking about it the whole day. I was like, I've processed what happened with DOA. I've processed it. I'm just gonna talk about it real quick on stream. But the fact that everyone, you know, I know I said it jokingly, like it's like a big group therapy session, but it kind of is, right? Because as fans, it's just hard to grasp what they were thinking. I think to me that's probably one of the bigger things. Like, regardless of what they actually are putting in the game, like it could be as little as nothing. They could have literally said, this is just last round, it's on the new consoles, and other than that, it's identical, and we're planning more DLC characters in the future. If that was it, I think people would even be less angry if they didn't just make a whole thing about it. The fact that it's this whole, you know, oh, here's a new thing, and here's an Evo presentation, and here's yada yada yada. It's like, I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure. If everything about this version of the game was just very low-key, I think people would not have been bothered by it as much. We deserve better. Yes, I mean, if we want to be pedantic about it, technically we don't deserve anything. You know, it's just a corporation making a product, and the traditional wisdom should be they make the product as best as they can, so people are happy, a lot of people buy it, and they make a lot of money. But that's not how shit works, I guess. An elementary school analysis. I mean, yes, but it is a foundation, if you will. Because already what's happening now works in that analysis. They're not making a good product, ergo, people are not going to buy it. They're making the minimum thing they can and charging medium for it. Yes. It is kind of bonkers. Because the reality is, like, in the current system, if you know, let's say you're evil Money McGee, you're at the top of a studio or like at whatever, you know, at a company, and you understand how current capitalism works, right? If you're in a position of power, then you can do that. You can make the most scummy, most shitty product, like the minimum, and just, you know, keep moving in like a more consumer unfriendly path. And you could probably get away with it if you're like in a position of power, monopoly, yada yada yada, right? But once you're in a position of people hate you and they have alternatives, they can choose not to engage, they can choose not to be there, which is where DOA is. At that point, I think, you know, traditional business wisdom would be to get good PR, you know, to garner positive influence again. And I feel like the easiest way of doing that, just making a goddamn good product. Let's just do Copium and say all of their efforts are in DOA 7. But again, there's something counterintuitive about doing so little of an effort for last round. It's gonna rub off on the perception of DOA 7. Absolutely. I don't know, it feels like, as an outsider looking at it, all I can think is, it's so easy. Like, it's not like the fans are asking for the craziest things ever. Just meeting the demands. Even, you know, again, I would absolutely understand, you know, I'd be disappointed, but I would understand if they're like, yeah, rollback is just, it's just too much for a little re-release of this DOA6, right? Like, I'd be like, that makes sense, you know, it's not like the, no, like if DOA6 was like the most popular DOA of all and had like massive players, yeah, sure, I get it. If it was like the big seller, sure. But it's not. So there's like a world where I'm like, okay, you know, you're not adding rollback. I can place that. I can, those are emotions where I can be like disappointed, but I can give that a place, you know? All the other stuff, really reselling Mayan Kulai really is a slap in the face. It's not even a, that is genuinely just a slap in the face. How? Mortal Kombat and Virtua Fighter add a rollback. I think Mortal Kombat has had quite a bigger budget. I mean, I guess Virtua Fighter is a good comparison, because I don't think Virtua Fighter has been like a, you know, crazy hot selling game, and they did it. But I don't know. Yeah, they absolutely could have done it. I'm just saying, you know, from all of the things the fans wanted from last round, I think rollback is the one thing where I mentally could have been like, hey, I understand that's not a feature. Everything else, though, they really don't have an excuse. shit. That was fast. Heal, bitch! What are we doing? There we go. There's a new guy. I was healing. I was like, should I heal or should I jump? It's like, no way they're shooting that fast. They are. Well, did it help? Did adding rollback help either sales or the longevity of Virtua Fighter 5 re-releases? No. Yeah, I think that's an uncomfortable conversation in fighting games. Where I think rollback has a high impact on the players, but there's absolutely a group of players who wouldn't even notice. And I think that group of players is unfortunately larger than you think. If you care about sales, you don't make fighting games. That is true, though. That is the most true thing of all. Hey, but didn't you know DOA6 has shipped 900,000 copies? Isn't that amazing? That was in the PR mail I got today. Because I am enlisted in like their PR email thing or whatever. Because I've gotten keys from them before. And you give out like your contact, like your email and stuff. So with every trailer or release, they send like a little PR press thingy to me. And it did mention for today's thing, I mean, it wasn't the big one, but they did mention, was it 900k sales or like 20k sales and Core Fighter downloads? No, it's neither. It's the thing is, they use specific words. They wouldn't even dare to use the word sale, okay? So specifically, all right, let's see. King of Fighters collaboration characters might enter the fray. They never use the word return or anything like that. They just say, hey, they're available now. The weird thing is, I have seen people like in the comment section of the trailers and stuff who I guess are not in the loop on DOA6, and they're like, oh my god, this is a sick guest character. Or it's an AI bot. That's possible too. Anyway, what they're saying is announce the iconic characters Mai and Kula from the popular SNK fighting game The King of Fighters 14 will be joining the cast. It's funny that they don't even mention 15. Isn't 15 out? Joining the cast of DOA6 Last Round as collaborative DLC. Alongside a newly announced stage, Lost Paradise Oporo. Planned for release, that's planned for release, blah 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 blah. And then initially released as a collab DLC for DOA6 in 2019. Minecooler returned to, hey, they actually say, do you use the word return? Both characters will be released as DLC at the game's release, alongside a costume set that includes 5 stylish outfits. Bring for the fight to the new Ouroboros stage. It's a new lighting system introduced to the Katana engine, offering more realistic illumination created by natural ambient light and shadows. Ouroboros versions of other stages will be added as they become available, And then here's the thing I said. So listen to the specific words they're using. DOA6 Last Round is the definitive version of DOA6, which originally released in 2019 and has shipped over 900,000 copies worldwide. Doesn't say sell. Doesn't say download. It says shipped that many copies worldwide. Does that include digital? Is that only physical? What does that mean? It does say DOA6. They don't mention Core Fighter, so I guess Core Fighter downloads shouldn't be included in that, but like, deceptive marketing is a thing, so you know. Some additional stuff. Additional DLC characters Maya and Kula can be purchased separately. Prices will be communicated at a later date. Character licenses for Maya and Kula cannot be carried over from DOA6. Costume set, and that's it. That was the whole press thingy. Ship means sold to retail and sold digitally. But does that include the Core Fighter, quote unquote, sales? I'm gonna say no, because technically it's not a sale. Because it's a different SKU. Technically. Can I be honest? It kind of sounds like a lot. Like, it doesn't feel like it's hard to imagine it includes Core Fighter downloads, because I feel like that'd be more just, you know, because it's a free download. But it feels like a lot for actual sales. Damn, this guy's fast. Oh my god, the combo? Oh my... shit. Woo! It amounts to 2 million plus core finder downloads even back in the day. It's a greater number than 900k. So I guess 900k is physical copies shipped to stores and digital purchases. Which I don't know for what DOA6 is. Doesn't that... I mean, it has to be deceptive because it sounds like a lot. Which I don't think it is. I don't think DOA6 sold well. Because otherwise they wouldn't have ditched it a year in. Or maybe the sales were fine, but then people didn't buy the DLC. And maybe that was like the big money they were banking on. I don't know. I don't know, a lot of the core audience bought 2 to 3 copies plus sales over 6+ years. That is true though. That is true. Yeah, it's not like that was the first month. You're right. Man, there's a part of me that feels bad for talking so much shit about it today. But like, how else am I supposed to react to that? Like, am I supposed to lie? Am I supposed to be like, well, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that bad. It's a disaster. I don't know. Bye. You know what the actual worst part about it is? It almost feels like I'm gonna be a traitor, but I know once that shit releases and I'm playing it, you know, let's say Core Fighters, 'cause at this point, again, I haven't purchased it yet. I haven't pre-ordered anything yet. Once I'll play it, I'll fucking have a good time. You know, because it's fucking DOA6. I enjoy playing DOA6. So a mildly improved version of it is still going to be fun to me. Man, DOA7 better be fucking sick. Or they better... what would be insane if they've buried the lead and they're like, well, actually, here's all this sick shit coming the 6 last rounds. We actually do have rollback. We actually do have yada yada yada. They're not gonna, but... even then, that would be such a stupid thing to do because you've made people angry in the meantime. Whew. I have to sneeze. Be right back. Right. Underworld. Where's our main mission actually? Isn't it like here somewhere? Why is my main objective not on the map? Or maybe it's here, because it's like the gambling den. Scumpus. Should we do this? This feels like a side quest. Why not? Hey, I guess there is some good news that's not DOA related. I've seen a lot of publications have played the new James Bond game, and most of them are very positive about it. Most of them are saying, like, you know, they managed to mix what's good about Hitman with a sort of Uncharted feel, and they made like a really nice mix, and apparently voice acting and everything is pretty top notch. So it turns out it might actually be a good ass game. Can you imagine? Thomas Glover.
そうだ、一つ私と取引といきませんか。申し遅れました。 私はトーマス・グラバー。英国
Glava.
から来た商人です。この国の侍に武器を売っていたのですが、倉庫に戻ろうとしたらこのありさまというわけです。あなたにはこの先にいるデーモンを倒してもらいたい。もちろんこれは取引。報酬を約束し、これでも英国約束は守りますとも。辺りに残された我らの大砲は使ってあなたの敵の手に落ちていなければ。
That's how you get rid of the thing. Yeah. Like earlier, there was like a quota I couldn't reach. That cannon is what you need. Uh-huh.
幕府に対抗する切り札が吉野に嗅ぎつけられたか。
Wait, who is this guy? Oh, I guess, yeah, the forces were partially demon and partially these random dudes. The army from, not Kyoto, we're in Kyoto, from Edo. Sploosh. Help, I'm being shot at. Whew. Controller aiming, let's go. I thought it was gonna absorb me. Bam. So who was there live for the DOA6 thing at Evo? At this point, I want to see some reaction streaming.
ここは市長だよな。通り一帯が崩れてまるで奈落だ。
I want to see joy drain from people's eyes. Oy, oy, oy. I guess Emery has. You guys talked about him earlier. Could check him out already. Oh, Kodama. There's gotta be more people. I wonder if people like Maximilian would even look at this. It's probably so small it doesn't even hit his radar at this point.
お前に起きた局長の代わりなど務まらぬ。この太刀筋斎藤か。亡霊となってまで。
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck?
過去にしがみつく。
What is happening? What? Why is my camera so buggy?
伊藤の仲間か。裏切り者は誰一人許さない。切る。
Was she aiming in the ground? Wow, that whiffed entirely. Oh, if they block it, it's so fucking good. Speak with the man. To do the fucking... Why is she not doing the finisher? Was such a cool move, dude. Sometimes it does more hits than other times, though. Depending on how they're standing. Hitbox, probably. Oof. This area's kind of big. Ooh, shortcut. What's this? Wee. Properly folded so it has more area than initially meets the eye. A lot of verticality. Think I've been there. How do I get down there? Do I go down there? Wait, I guess I can go here. Uh-oh. Man, I was like, I can't believe it's already this late. I feel like I've barely played this game. But that's because that's true. Yapped about DOA. You know what is a good thing though to do right now? Is to kind of really take note of what's happening with DOA6 last round. Because with DOA6 itself, you know, like a year or two later, when everything was said and done, there were a lot of like arguments about the launch of the game and yada yada yada, where people were like completely misremembering how things went down or what like the public sentiment was. So it is an interesting point right now to just make like a mental, to just take like a mental checkpoint of like, this is how people are feeling, this is what they're doing. I can imagine a couple of years from now, you know, getting closer to DOA7 or something, someone's like, man, people were happy when Kula and Mai returned in 6 last round. Someone's gonna try and do that. Okay. Oh, I'm low on healing. The looter. I have no healing potions though. I shouldn't risk battles that are unnecessary. Okay, checkpoint. +1 elixir. Extends the window. That's actually interesting. Makes it a little easier. That was easy.
燃える車に火の輪立ち、地獄から亡者をさらいに来よったか。
Jeez. Oh shit. Wait, that might actually not be good. What if that one shot a wall? Wait, but they wouldn't do that. That would lock you out of stuff. Or maybe you have to do the... What's the name? The shrine? Okay, get rid of that. Good. I mean, I knew, but I forgot. If that makes sense. Oh, ah, shit. Think I got it all? What did I shoot here? I guess it was this. Nioh. New shrine. Is there a boss fight coming up? Sneak preview of the next episode. Unless I beat him, then it's the current episode. Oh, is this the hot lady? Literally hot. That's what I mean, obviously. Hey, yo! Meow. Ooh. Ow. Oh, beautiful finish. First try.
本当にデーモンを。無論あなたが勝つと信じていましたとも。さて、やはり倉庫の商品はおっと怒らない。あなたはミスター高杉のお仲間でしょ。
ミスター。
であればあちこちにある得るようにしてお私の持つ砲弾も逮捕しておきました。それではミスター高杉の拠点ですよ。また会いましょう。
Ah, okay, so I couldn't use the cannon before.
私のはい。
And now the mission continues. So I guess we can go back here. It does not have a convincing British accent. Does he have a British accent? I guess it should be Scottish even, because he did say he was a Scotsman. They'd have to find like a Scottish voice actor that knows Japanese, but also knows Japanese, how to speak it with a Scottish accent. Whoa. Right, he was British. I mean, I think he just said it earlier. That's the only reason I know. Whoo! Damn. Cô đâm mắt. Sure. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. New summon engaged. Alright. That was it for today. I'm not gonna stick around too long because I need to get up early tomorrow. Man, DOA, huh? Crazy. It's something. It's probably still gonna linger in my head for the rest of the day. But man, it's, you know, regardless of what they've shown, the fact that they've shown it at all, it's almost more baffling. They actually went ahead and made a whole PR thing about this than just like mentioning it online. Like, this didn't have to be an Evo. It's so weird. That's the weirdest thing about it. This didn't need a trailer. This didn't need anything. This could have just been a link to their website. And that's it. But hey, imagine being the poor guy who had to edit the trailer and make all the marketing material, trying to make it sound exciting. Crazy, crazy, crazy. At least everyone in the community is talking about it. Everyone just has shared trauma now. the disappointment collectively of people tuning in for an Evo presentation on DOA6. Mind you, that they did this whole spiel about Evo. It's back at Evo. You know, Markman's involved. Yeah, they did this whole spiel about it. I mean, not a big deal, but they made a deal about it. To then reveal this is kind of insane to me. The fact that you have to rebuy Mindcooler, something you try to sneak past the actual announcements. Yeah. That confused me so much. The fact that they made a whole trailer about it, making it sound like it's a feature and not a bad thing. You know? Like, imagine if FIFA was like... I mean, I guess they do. Like, make a whole trailer about the gambling stuff, or... I don't know. It's hard to even explain. What would even be a comparison of... You know? But yeah, it's definitely one of those things you try to hide rather than brag. It's weird. It's very weird. It feels icky. Feels weird. And clearly I'm not alone. Like, everyone felt the same way. Everyone's like, what the fuck? It is crazy, crazy times. It's like instead of failing to read the room, it's like they're doing the opposite. It's like they've read the room and they're running in the opposite position. It's so crazy. Ugh. It is what it is. It is what it is. Nothing we can change about it, you know, unfortunately. Even if they were willing to listen and wanted to change, it's so close to the release of it. They won't be able to make any meaningful changes now. I mean, I guess with purchasing Mindcooler, they could have some sort of offer. Again, if we're gonna go through with this, just give it as a pre-order bonus. One, you give people to actually have a reason to put in the pre-order if they're gonna play it. And you'd still get to make money on people who get in later, I guess. I don't know. If it's still whack. That would still be whack, but at least it's like, hey, we'll throw you a bone kind of situation, you know? Anyway, I'm out of here. Guys, thanks for watching today. I am not back on Monday because I have physical therapy. So it's probably Wednesday then, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Alright guys, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Wednesday. Bye-bye.